Why don't most people know about this? Thank you for your question. The Kichi Mudra and the nectar are concepts that are related to the practice of yoga, especially the branch of Hatha Yoga, which involves physical techniques to achieve spiritual goals. Yoga is an ancient tradition that originated in India, has been influenced by various religions and philosophies over time. However, not all people who practice yoga are familiar with or are interested in the Kichi Mudra and the nectar, as may have many different reasons or motivations for doing yoga. Some possible reasons why most people don't know about Kichi Mudra and the nectar are: they are not widely taught or practiced in modern yoga classes, which tend to focus more on the physical aspects of yoga, such as postures, breathing, and relaxation, rather than the mystical or esoteric aspects such as energy, chakras, and kundalini. They are considered to be very advanced and difficult techniques that require a lot of preparation and guidance from a qualified teacher. They involve cutting the phreelum membrane under the tongue, which can be painful and risky if done incorrectly or without proper supervision. They also involve inserting the tongue into the nasal cavity, which can be uncomfortable and unpleasant for some people. They are based on personal beliefs and experiences that are not supported by scientific evidence or accepted by mainstream society. They claim that by activating the pineal gland and stimulating the production of DMT, one can access higher dimensions of consciousness and reality, where one can create their desired outcomes and experiences. However, these claims are not verifiable or replicable by others and may be dismissed as hallucinations or delusions by skeptics. These are some of the possible reasons why most people don't know about the Kichi Mudra and the nectar. However, this does not mean they are not valid as viable for those who practice them sincerely and earnestly. They may offer benefits such as improved sleep quality, enhanced endocrine function, increased saliva production, stimulated pineal gland function, and awakened Kundalini energy. They may also provide spiritual experiences such as visions, insights, bliss, and peace. I hope you find this answers helpful and informative. Differences between the Hubble and the James L. Webb. Thank you for your question. The Hubble telescope and the James Webb telescope are two space telescopes that have different capabilities and goals. Here are some of the main differences between them. Wavelength. The James Webb telescope will observe primarily in the infrared range of the electromagnetic spectrum, while some capabilities in the visible range. This means it can see objects that are very faint, very distant, or hidden by dust and gas. The Hubble telescope observes mainly in the ultraviolet and visible range of the spectrum, with some capabilities in the infrared range. This means that it can't see objects that are bright, nearby, or emit or reflect light. Size. The James Webb Telescope has a much more larger mirror than the Hubble telescope. The diameter of the Webb mirror is 6.5 meters, while the diameter of the Hubble's mirror is 2.4 meters. This larger light collecting area means that Webb's can see further and even more clear than Hubble. Orbit. The James Webb Telescope will be located 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth at the second language point, L2, where it can stay in line with the Earth and the Sun. This orbit will allow Webb to have a clear view of the sky and avoid interferences from Earth's heat and light. The Hubble telescope is in a low Earth orbit, about 550 kilometers above the surface. This orbit requires Hubble to avoid the Earth's shadow and atmosphere, which limits its observation time and quality. These are some of the differences between the Hubble telescope and the James Webb telescope. They are both amazing instruments, can help us explore and understand the universe better. Quantum scientists and mystics talking about the same thing. Thank you for your question. Quantum physics and mysticism are two fields that have some similarities and differences in their views of reality. Quantum physics is a branch of science that studies the nature and behavior of matter and energy at the smallest scale, such as atoms and subatomic particles. Mysticism is a form of spirituality that seeks direct contact or union with God or the divine through meditation, prayer, or other practices. Some people claim that quantum physics and mysticism are both talking about the same thing, which is the ultimate nature of reality and consciousness. They argue that both fields reveal that reality is not fixed or objective, but neither depends on the observer and their state of mind. They also suggest that both fields imply that reality is interconnected, non-local, and multidimensional, and there are hidden forces and potentials that can be accessed by the mind. However, other people disagree with the claim and point out the differences and limitation of quantum physics and mysticism. They argue that quantum physics is based on empirical evidence, mathematical models, and logical reasonings, while mysticism is based on subjective experiences, metaphysical beliefs, and intuitive insights. They also caution that quantum physics does not necessarily support or explain mystical phenomena, such as visions, miracles, or paranormal abilities, and that mysticism does not necessarily follow or understand quantum principles, such as uncertainty, supposition, or entanglement. Therefore, it is not clear whether quantum physics and mysticism are both talking about the same thing or not. It may depend on one's perspective, interpretation, and understanding of both fields. It may also depend on one's purpose, intention, and expectation of both fields. Some people may find value and meaning in both fields, while others may prefer one over the other. What do you think? Taoist and the endocrine system. It seems that you're interested in the connection between Taoism and the endocrine system. Taoism, also spelled Taoism, is a Chinese religion and philosophy that developed around 2,000 years ago. It is mainly concerned with the spiritual elements of life, including the nature of the universe. Tao teaches us that the ultimate reality is the Tao, or the way, which is the source and principle of all things. Taoism seeks to harmonize themselves with the Tao and achieve a state of balance and harmony. One of the ways that Taoists try to achieve this harmony is by cultivating their vital energy, or qi, also spelled chi. Qi Qi is the life force that flows through all living beings and connects them to the Tao. Qi can be influenced by various factors such as diet, exercises, breathing, meditation, and acupuncture. By regulating their qi, Taoists hopes to improve their health, longevity, and spiritual awareness. The endocrine system is a network of glands that produce and regulate hormones in the body. Hormones are chemical messengers that allow various aspects of physical and mental functioning such as growth, development, metabolism, mood, and reproduction. The endocrine system is closely linked to the nervous system and the immune system and plays a vital role in maintaining homeostasis. Some Taoists believe there is a correspondence between the endocrine system and the chakras, which are energy centers in the body. The chakras are derived from Hinduism and Buddhism, but have been adopted by some Taoist schools as well. The chakras are located along the spine and correspond to different aspects of consciousness and experiences. There are 7 main chakras: the root chakra at the base of the spine, the sacral chakra below the navel, the solar plexus chakra above the navel, the heart chakra at the center of the chest, the throat chakra at the base of the neck, the third eye chakra between the eyebrows, and the crown chakra at the top of the head. According to some Taoist sources, each chakra is associated with a specific endocrine gland and a natural element. For example, the root chakra is linked to the adrenal glands and the element of earth. The sacral chakra is linked to the ovaries or testes and the element of water. The solar plexus chakra is limited to the pancreas and the element of fire, and so on. By balancing and activating these chakras, Taoists believe that they can enhance their endocrine function and their connection to the Tao. Of course, this is only one way of understanding the relationship between Taoism and the endocrine system. There are many different schools and traditions within Taoism, and not all of them agree on this topic. Some may emphasize other aspects of Taoist practice, such as alchemy, ethics, cosmology, or ritual. Some may not even raise the term chakra at all. Therefore, it is important to keep an open mind and to respect the diversity of Taoist view. I hope this answer has been helpful and informative for you. Neuroscience and chakras. Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're curious about the relationships between neuroscience and chakras. Chakras are energy centers in the body that are believed to influence various aspects of physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Neuroscience is the scientific study of the nervous system, which includes the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves that connect them to the rest of the body. There are different ways of understanding and interpreting the concept of chakras depending on the culture and philosophical background. Some traditions, such as Hinduism and Buddhism, describes 7 main chakras along the spine, each corresponding to a different level of consciousness and experience. Other traditions, such as Taoism and Chinese medicine, describe a system of energetic channels, meridians, and points, acupuncture points, that connect the organs and regulate the flow of vital energy. Some researchers have tried to find a connection between chakras and neuroscientists by looking at the anatomy and physiology of the nervous system. For example, some suggest that each chakra is associated with a specific nerve plexus, a network of nerves, fibers, or a specific endocrine gland, a gland that produces hormones. These nerve plexus and endocrine glands are responsible for various functions and processes in the body, such as breathing, digestion, metabolism, mood, and reproduction. One possible way of mapping the 7 chakras to the nervous system is as follows. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, is associated with the sacral plexus and the adrenal glands. It is related to survival, security, stability, and physical needs. The sacral chakra, located below the navel, is associated with the lumbar plexus and the ovaries or testes. It is related to creativity, sexuality, emotions, and pleasure. The solar plexus chakra, located above the navel, is associated with the cellular plexus and the pancreas. It is related to power, will, confidence, and self esteem. The heart chakra, located at the center of the chest, is associated with the cardiac plexus and the thymus gland. It is related to love, compassion, empathy, and healing. The throat chakra, located at the base of the neck, is associated with the cervical plexus and the thyroid gland. It is related to communication, expression, truth, and creativity. The third eye chakra, located between the eyebrows, is associated with the cavernous plexus and the pituitary gland. It is related to intuition, insight, wisdom, and vision. The crown chakra, located at the top of the head, is associated with the pineal gland. It is related to spirituality, enlightenment, connection, and transcendence. Another possible way of mapping the seven chakras to neuroscience is by looking at the brain regions that are involved in different cognitive functions. For example, the root chakra could be linked to brainstem structures that regulate basic life functioning such as breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. The sacral chakra could be linked to limbic structures that mediate emotions, motivations, and reward systems. The solar plexus chakra could be linked to prefrontal structures that control executive functions such as planning, decision making, and self-regulation. The heart chakra could be linked to insular structures that process intersective signals such as pain, temperature, and hunger. The throat chakra could be linked to temporal structures that support language functions such as comprehension, production, and memory. The third eye chakra could be linked to partial structures that integrate sensory information such as vision, healing, and touch. The crown chakra could be linked to octopus structures that generate visual perception such as color, shape, and motion. Of course, these are only tentative and simplified ways of relating chakras and neuroscience. There are many complexities and nuances that are beyond the scope of this answer. However, there are many different perspectives and interpretations of both concepts that may not agree or align with each other. Therefore, it is important to keep an open mind and respect the diversity of views. What is the difference between chakras and meridians? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're curious about the differences between chakras and meridians. Chakras and meridians are both concepts that describe the flow of energy in the human body, but they come from different traditions and have different characteristics. Chakras are energy centers that are located along the spine, from the base to the crown of the head. There are seven main chakras, each corresponding to a different aspect of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Chakras are derived from Hinduism and Buddhism and often depicted as swirling discs of light or color. Chakras can be balanced, blocked, or overactive, depending on various factors such as lifestyle, emotions, and experiences. By working on the chakras, one can achieve harmony and alignment with the universal energy. Meridians are energy pathways that run throughout the body, connecting the organs and tissues. There are 12 primary principal meridians, each associated with a specific organ and a yin or yang polarity. Meridians are derived from Taoism and Chinese medicine and are often mapped out into the surface of the skin as acupuncture points. Meridians can be open, closed, or stagnant depending on the flow of energy or qi in the body. By stimulating the meridians, one can regulate and restore the balance of energy in the body. The main difference between chakras and meridians is that chakras are energy centers that receive and distribute energy from the outside world, while meridians are energy channels that can circulate energy within the body. Chakras are more related to the endocrine system and the nervous system, while meridians are more related to the organs and the blood circulation. Chakras are more focused on the spiritual aspects of life, while meridians are more focused on the physical aspects of life. However, chakras and meridians are not mutually exclusive or contradictory. They are both ways of understanding and working with the subtle energy that animates our experience. They can be integrated and complemented by various practices such as yoga, meditation, acupuncture, massage, and Reiki. By harmonizing our chakras and meridians, we can enhance our health, happiness, and awareness. I hope this answer has been helpful and informative to you. If you want to learn more about chakras and meridians, you can check out some of these sources. Chakras and Meridians, What You Need to Know. Energetic Anatomy, Chakras and Meridians. What's the difference between chakras and meridians? Diseases first appear in the chakras and meridians. Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're interested in the idea that diseases first appear in the chakras and meridians before they manifest in the body. This is a belief that is based on the concept of subtle energy, which is the life force that flows through all living beings and connects them to the source of creation. According to this belief, chakras are energy centers that receive and distribute energy from the outside world, while meridians are energy channels that circulate energies within the body. According to some sources, when the flow of energy is disrupted or blocked in the chakras or meridians, it creates an imbalance in the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual aspects of a person. This imbalance can then lead to various symptoms or diseases in the body, depending upon which chakra or meridian is affected. For example, a blockage in the root chakra, which is related to your survival and security, can cause problems with the muscular skeletal system and overall vitality. A blockage in the heart chakra, which is related to love and compassion, can cause problems with the cardiovascular system and emotional well-being. However, this belief is not universally accepted or proven by scientific evidence. There are many different perspectives and interpretations of both chakras and meridians, and not all of them agree or align with each other. Some people may view them as metaphors or symbols rather than literal realities. Some people may not believe in them at all. Therefore, it's important to keep an open mind and respect the diversity of view. I hope this answer has been helpful and informative for you. If you want to learn more about chakras and meridians, you can check out some of these sources. Chakras and meridians, what you need to know. Chakra diseases cause, effects, and techniques to overcome suffering. Energy anatomy, chakras and meridians. The word chakra, and it's something hard to grasp meaning. What is the difference between chakras and meridians? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're curious about the differences between chakras and meridians. Chakras and meridians are both concepts that describe the flow of energy in the human body, but they come from different traditions and have different characteristics. Chakras are energy centers that are located along the spine, from the base to the crown of the head. There are 7 main chakras, each corresponding to a different aspect of physical, mental, emotional, and a spiritual well-being. Chakras are derived from Hinduism and Buddhism and often depicted as swirling discs of light or color. Chakras can be balanced, blocked, or overactive, depending on various factors such as lifestyle, emotions, and experiences. By working on the chakras, one can achieve harmony and alignment with the universal energy. Meridians are energy pathways that run throughout the body, connecting the organs and tissues. There are 12 primary principal meridians, each associated with a specific organ and a yin or yang polarity. Meridians are derived from Taoism and Chinese medicine and are often mapped out into the surface of the skin as acupuncture points. Meridians can be open, closed, or stagnant, depending on the flow of energy or qi in the body. By stimulating the meridians, one can regulate and restore the balance of energy in the body. The main difference between chakras and meridians is that chakras are energy centers that receive and distribute energy from the outside world, while meridians are energy channels that can circulate energy within the body. Chakras are more related to the endocrine system and the nervous system, while meridians are more related to the organs and the blood circulation. Chakras are more focused on the spiritual aspects of life, while meridians are more focused on the physical aspects of life. However, chakras and meridians are not mutually exclusive or contradictory. They are both ways of understanding and working with the subtle energy that animates our experience. They can be integrated and complemented by various practices such as yoga, meditation, acupuncture, massage, and Reiki. By harmonizing our chakras and meridians, we can enhance our health, happiness, and awareness. I hope this answer has been helpful and informative to you. If you want to learn more about chakras and meridians, you can check out some of these sources. Chakras and meridians, what you need to know. Energetic anatomy, chakras and meridians. What's the difference between chakras and meridians? How do people use chakras and meridians in healing practices? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're curious about how people use chakras and meridians in healing practices. Chakras and meridians are concepts that describe the flow of energy in the human body, according to some traditions of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Chakras are energy centers that are located along the spine, while meridians are energy pathways that run throughout the body. Some people believe that chakras and meridians play a role in health and well-being as well as in spirituality. There are different ways that people use chakras and meridians in healing practices, depending on their beliefs and preferences. Some of the common methods are meditation. Meditation is a practice of focusing the mind on a single object, thought, or sensation, such as the breath, a mantra, or visualization. Meditation can help balance the chakras and meridians by clearing the mind of negative thoughts and emotions and enhancing the awareness of the energy flow in the body. Meditation can also connect with the higher self and the source of creation. Pranayama. Pranayama is a practice of controlling the breath, which is considered to be the carrier of life force energy or prana. Pranayama can help balance the chakras and meridians by regulating the amount and quality of energy that enters and exits the body. Pranayama can also help calm the nervous system and improve the oxygenation of the blood. Yoga is a Yoga is a practice of physical postures, movements, and stretches that are designed to align the body, mind, and spirit. Yoga can help balance the chakras and meridians by stimulating specific points and areas on the body that are corresponding to different energy channels. Yoga can also help increase flexibility, strength, and balance. Acupuncture. Acupuncture is a technique of inserting thin needles into specific points on the skin that are connected to the meridians. Acupuncture can help balance the chakras and meridians by releasing any blockages or stagnation or energy in the body. Acupuncture can also help relieve pain, inflammation, stress, and various health conditions. Reiki. Reiki is a technique of channeling universal life force energy through the hands of a practitioner to a recipient. Reiki can help balance the chakras and meridians by restoring harmony and equilibrium in the energy system of the body. Reiki can also help promote relaxation, healing, and well-being. These are some examples of how people use chakras and meridians in healing practices. However, there are many other methods and modalities can be used as well. The choice depends on one's personal preferences, experience, and intuition. Western diet is like seeing 1% of the light spectrum. Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're interested in the common Western diet and its effects on health. The common Western diet, also known as the standard American diet, is a modern dietary pattern that is generally characteristic by high intakes of prepackaged foods, refined grains, red meat, processed meat, high sugar drinks, candy and sweets, fried foods, industrial produced animal products, butter, and high fat dairy products, eggs, potatoes, corn, and high fructose corn syrup, and low intake of fruit, vegetables, whole grains, pasture raised animal products, fish, nuts, and seeds. You made an interesting analogy between the common Western diet and seeing 1% of the light spectrum. The light spectrum is the range of electromagnetic radiation that is visible to the human eye. It consists of different wavelengths of light that correspond to different colors. The human eye can only perceive a small fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum, which includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays. Similarly, the common Western diet may limit the variety and quality of nutrients that are essential for optimum health and well-being. The common Western diet may provide adequate or excessive amounts of calories, protein, and fat, but it may lack many micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, phytochemicals, plant compounds with health benefits, antioxidants, substances that protect cells from oxidative damage, fiber, undigestible carbohydrates that promote digestion, and satiety, and omega-3 fatty acids, polyunsaturated fats that have anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. The common Western diet may also disrupt the balance and diversity of the gut microbiota, the community of microorganisms that live in the digestive tract. The gut microbiota plays a critical role in digestion, immunity, metabolism, mood, and cognition. The common Western diet may reduce the abundance and diversity of beneficial bacteria and increase the abundance and diversity of harmful bacteria in the gut. This may lead to dysbiosis, an imbalance in the gut microbiota, and inflammation, a chronic state of immune activation. The common Western diet has been associated with increased risk of various chronic diseases and conditions, such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. These diseases and conditions may impair the quality of life for many people. Therefore, it may be beneficial to adapt a more balanced and varied diet that includes more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, and lean meats. These foods may provide more nutrition, phytochemicals, antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 acid fats that can support health and well-being. They may also promote a healthier gut microbiota that can modulate immunity, metabolism, mood, and cognition. I hope this answer has been helpful and informative for you. What are some alternatives to the common Western diet? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're looking for some alternatives to the common Western diet. The common Western diet, also known as the standard American's diet, is a modern dietary pattern that is generally characteristic by high intakes of prepackaged foods, refined grains, red meat, processed meat, high sugar drinks, candy and sweets, fried foods, industrial produced animal products, butter, and other high fat dairy products, eggs, potatoes, corn, and high fructose corn syrup, and low intakes of fruit, vegetable, whole grains, pasteurized animal products, fish, nuts, and seeds. The common Western diet has been associated with increased risk of various chronic diseases and conditions such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. These diseases and conditions may impair the quality and quantity of life for many people. Therefore, it may be beneficial to adapt a more balanced and varied diet that includes more fruit, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, and lean meats. These foods may provide more nutrients, cytochemicals, antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids that can support health and well-being. They may also promote a healthier gut microbiota that can modulate immunity, metabolism, mood, and cognition. Some examples of alternate diets that are based on these principles are the Mediterranean diet. This is an eating pattern that is inspired by the traditional cultures of countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea. It emphasizes the consumption of olive oil, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, poultry, eggs, cheese, and yogurt. It limits the intake of red meat, butter, and sweets. It also encourages moderate consumption of wine and physical activity. The DASH diet. This is a plan that was originally designed to lower blood pressure. It stands for Dietary Approach to Stop Hypertension. It focuses on the intake of fruit, vegetables, low-fat dairy products, whole grains, poultry, fish, and nuts. It reduces the consumption of salt, saturated fat, red meat, sweets, and sugary drinks. The plant-based diet. This is an eating style that excludes or minimizes animal products and emphasizes plant foods. There are different types of plant-based diets, such as vegetarian, no meat, vegan, no animal products, pescatarian, fish but no meat, or flexitarian, mostly plant food but occasionally animal products. Plant-based diets can provide many health benefits, such as lower cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and improve weight management. These are some alternatives to the common Western diet that you want to consider. However, there is no one-size-fits-all that works for everyone. The best diet for you depends on your personal preferences, needs, goals, and medical conditions. You may want to consult with a nutritionist, or a doctor before making any major changes to your diet. How can I change my eating habits to be healthier? Hello, this is Bing. I'm glad you're interested in improving your eating habits. Eating habits can have many benefits for your health and well-being, such as reducing your risk of chronic diseases, boosting your energy, and enhancing your mood. There are many ways to change your eating habits to be healthier, but you don't have to do them all at once. In fact, it may be easier and more sustainable to start with small and gradual changes that you can stick to over time. Here are some tips that may help you. Slow down and pay attention to your hunger and fullness cues. Eating too fast or mindlessly can lead to overeating and weight gain. Try to eat slowly and savor every bite, and stop when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. You can also use a smaller plate or bowl to control your portion size. Choose whole grains over refined grains. Whole grains are richer in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals than refined grains. They also help lower your cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar levels. Examples of whole grains are oats, brown rice, quinoa, barley, and whole wheat bread or pasta. Add more fruit and vegetables to your diet. Fruit and vegetables are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber that can protect you from various diseases and improve your digestion. They can also add color, flavor, and texture to your meals and snacks. Aim for at least 5 servings of fruit and vegetables per day, preferable from a variety of colors. Eat more protein from plant sources or lean meats. Protein is essential for building and repairing your muscles, organs, and tissues. It can also help you feel full and satisfied for longer. However, not all protein sources are equal. Some animal products, such as red meat and processed meat, are high in saturated fat and cholesterol that can harm your your heart health. Try to limit these foods and choose more protein from plant sources such as beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, tofu, or tempeh. You can also eat lean meats such as chicken, turkey, or fish, but make sure they are not fried or breaded. Cut down on added sugar and salt. Added sugar and salt are often hidden in processed foods such as cookies, cakes, candy, soda, chips, sauces, and dressings. They can contribute to weight gains, diabetes, high blood pressure, and other health problems. Try to limit your intake of these foods and choose healthier alternatives such as fresh fruit, plain yogurt, water, or unsalted nuts. Drink more water and less alcohol or sugary drinks. Water is vital for your body's function and hydration. It can also help you control your appetite and flush out toxins. On the other hand, alcohol or sugary drinks can add extra calories, sugar, and alcohol to your diet, which can negatively affect your liver, brain, and waistline. Try to drink at least 8 glasses of water per day and limit your intake of alcohol or sugary drinks. These are some examples of how you can change your eating habits to be healthier. However, you may need to adjust them accordingly to your personal preferences, needs, goals, and medical conditions. You may also want to consult with a nutritionist or a doctor before making any major changes to your diet. For our lifestyle, we see only 1% of the light spectrum in life. Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're interested in the concept of light spectrum and how it relates to our lifestyle. The light spectrum is a term that can be used to describe the diversity and complexity of life on Earth, as well as the different ways that humans interact with and perceive life. The life spectrum can be influenced by various factors such as culture, environment, education, health, and technology. You have made an interesting statement that due to our lifestyle, we see only 1% of the life spectrum in life. This may imply that you think that our modern lifestyle limits our exposure and appreciation of the richness and variety of life on Earth. You may also think that our lifestyle affects our health and well-being in negative ways. There may be some truth to your statement, as some studies have shown that the common Western diet, which is characteristic by high intakes of processed foods, refined grains, red meat, sugar and salt, and low intakes of fruit, vegetables, whole grains, fish, and nuts, can increase the risk of various chronic diseases and conditions such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. These diseases and conditions may impair our quality and quantity of life. Moreover, some studies have suggested that our lifestyle may also affect our connection and awareness of the natural world and its diversity. For example, some researchers have found that urbanization, industrialization, and globalization have reduced our direct contact with nature and its benefits for our physical and mental health. Some researchers have also argued that our reliance on technology and media has distorted our perception and understanding of the reality and complexity of life on Earth. However, there may also be some ways to improve our lifestyle and expand our vision of the light spectrum. For example, some studies have recommended that we adopt a more balanced and varied diet that includes more fruit, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, and lean meats. These foods may provide more nutrients, phytochemicals, antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 acids that can support our health and well-being. Additionally, some studies have suggested that we engage in more activities and practices that can enhance our exposure and appreciation of the natural world and its diversity. For example, some researchers have advocated for more environmental education, conservation efforts, and ecotourism initiatives that can increase our knowledge, awareness, and responsible for the biosphere and its inhabitants. Some researchers have also proposed more creative and crucial use of technology and media that can enrich our experience, understanding, and expression of the reality and complexity of life on Earth. These are some examples of how we can change our lifestyle and see more of the life spectrum in life. However, there is no one size fits all solution that works for everyone. The best lifestyle for you depends on your personal preferences, needs, goals, and medical conditions. You may want to consult with a nutritionist or doctor before making any major changes to your diet. Difference between being custodians of the land or consumers of the land. Hello, this is Bing. I see that you're interested in the difference between being custodians of the land or consumers of the land. This is a complex and nuanced topic that involves different perspectives and values. Generally speaking, being custodians of the land means taking care of the land as a sacred and living entity, respecting its rights and needs, and ensuring its sustainability and diversity for future generations. Being a consumer of the land means using the land as a resource or commodity, exploiting its potential and benefits, and disregarding its limits and consequences. The concept of being custodians of the land is often associated with indigenous people and traditional communities who have a deep and spiritual connection to their ancestral lands. They view themselves as part of the land rather than separate from it. They have developed knowledge and practices that enable them to live in harmony and balance with the land while protecting its biodiversity and culture. The concept of being consumers of the land is often associated with modern societies and economics who have a detached and instrumental relationship to the land. They view the land as an object rather than a subject. They have developed technologies and systems that enable them to extract and transform the land while maximizing its productivity and profitability. The difference between being custodians of the land or consumers of the land has significant implications for the environment, society, and human well-being. Being custodians of the land can foster environmental stewardship, social justice, and cultural diversity. Being consumers of the land can cause environmental degradation, social inequality, and cultural homogenization. However, these concepts are not mutually exclusive or fixed. There are different ways of being custodians or consumers of the land depending on the context and circumstances. There are also possibilities for dialogue and collaboration between different groups and stakeholders who may share common goals or interests regarding our land. How can we balance between consumers and custodians of the land? Hello, this is Bing. I see you're interested in how we can balance being consumers and custodians of the land? This is a complex and important question that involves different perspectives and values. Being consumers of the land means using the land as a resource or commodity, exploring its potentials and benefits, and disregarding its limits and consequences. Being custodians of the land means taking care of the land as a sacred and living entity, respecting its rights and needs, and ensuring its sustainability and diversity for future generations. The difference between being consumers or custodians of the land has significant implications for the environment, society, and human well being. Being consumers of the land can cause environmental degradation, social inequality, and cultural homogenization. Being custodians of the land can foster environmental stewardship, social justice, and cultural diversity. However, these contexts are not mutually exclusive or fixed. There are different ways of being consumers or custodians of the land, depending on the context and circumstances. There are also possibilities for dialogue and collaboration between different groups and stakeholders who may share common goals or interests regarding the land. Some possible ways to balance being consumers and custodians of the land are: adopt a more balanced and varied diet that includes more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, and lean meats. These foods may provide more nutrients, phytochemicals, antioxidants, fiber, and omega 3 fatty acids that can support our health and well being. They may also reduce our ecological footprint and greenhouse gas emissions. Engaging in more activities and practices that can enhance our exposure and appreciation of the natural world and its diversity. For example, we can participate in environmental education, conservation efforts, and ecotourism initiatives that can increase our knowledge, awareness, and responsibility for the biosphere and its inhabitants. Respecting and promoting the collective rights of indigenous people to their land, self determination, and consent. Indigenous people are often the most effective stewards of their environment as they have a deep and spiritual connection to their ancestral lands. They hold unique knowledge systems and practices for the sustainable management of natural resources. Developing knowledge and technologies that enable us to use the land more efficiently and responsible. For example, we can use renewable energy sources, recycling systems, and biodegradable material that can reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, waste production, and pollution. Acknowledging the land as a sacred and living entity by performing ceremonies and rituals that honor and thank the land. For example, we can do a welcome to country or acknowledgement of country, which are traditional ways of showing respect to the indigenous people and their lands. These are some examples of how we can balance being consumers and custodians of the land. However, there is no one size fits all solution that works for everyone. The best balance for us depending on our personal preferences, needs, goals, and medical conditions. What are some examples of being custodians of the land? Some examples of being custodian of the land are respecting the rights and needs of the land and its inhabitants, such as plants, animals, and indigenous people, who have a deep and spiritual connection to their ancestral lands. Ensure the sustainability and diversity of the land for future generations by protecting its biodiversity, culture, and resources. Living in harmony and balance with the land by following the natural cycles, seasons, and laws of the land. Developing knowledge and practices that enable one to care for and learn from the land, such as environmental education, conservation efforts, and ecotourism initiatives. Acknowledging the land as a sacred and living entity by performing ceremonies and rituals that honor and thank the land, such as welcome to country or acknowledge of country. These are some examples of being custodians of the land. Being custodians of the land can foster environmental stewardship, social justice, and cultural diversity. It can also enhance one's health and well being. Signposts are all around us, yet do we have the eyes to see? Hello, this is Bing. I see you're interested in the meaning of signs and posts. Signs and posts are common objects that we can encounter in our daily life, but they may have different purposes and meaning depending on the context and situation. Signs and posts can be used to provide information or guidance, such as direction, warning, rules, or instructions. For example, a signpost at a fork in the road may tell you how far it is to the nearest city, or a sign in a park may tell us not to feed the animals. Signs of posts can also be metaphors to indicate or suggest something, such as a clue, a hint, a symbol, or a metaphor. For example, a signpost in a story may foreshadow an upcoming event, or a sign in the dream may represent an unconscious desire or fear. Signs and posts can be used to engage or persuade an audience, such as in public speaking, advertising, or art. For example, a signpost in a speech may signal a transition or emphasize a point, or a sign in the advertisement may appeal to our emotion or values. Signposts and signs and posts are all around us, but we may not always notice or understand them. To see them more clearly, we need to pay more attention to our surroundings, use our critical thinking skills, and explore our creativity. By doing so, we may discover new meanings and insight that we can enrich our lives. How can man learn to be in harmony with the universe? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you are interested in how man can learn how to be in harmony with the universe. This is a profound and meaningful question that has been explored by many philosophers, religion, and spiritual traditions. There is no definite or universal answer to this question, as different people may have different views and experiences of what it means to be in harmony with the universe. However, some possible ways to approach this question are: to be in harmony with the universe, one may need to live in the present moment and be aware of the interconnectedness and interdependence of all things. By being mindful and attentive to the here and now, one may avoid being distracted by the past or the future and appreciate the beauty and wonder of existence. By recognizing that everything is part of a larger whole, one may cultivate compassion and respect for oneself and others, and avoid harming or exploring the natural world. To be in harmony with the universe, one may need to take care of one's body, mind, and spirit, and seek a balance between them. By nourishing and nurturing one's physical, mental, and emotional health, one may enhance one's well being and happiness. By seeking a balance between one's needs and desires, one may avoid excess or deficiency and achieve a state of moderation and equilibrium. To be in harmony with the universe, one may need to practice gratitude and generosity and share one's gifts and talents with others. By being thankful for what one has, rather than complaining about what one lacks, one may foster a positive and optimistic attitude towards life. By being generous with what one can offer, rather than hoarding or wasting what one possesses, one may create a sense of abundance and joy for oneself and others. To be in harmony with the universe, one may need to embrace one's uniqueness and creativity and express oneness authentically and freely. By acknowledging and accepting one's strengths and weaknesses, passions and interests, values and beliefs, one may discover one's true self and purpose. By using one's imagination and innovation, one may contribute to the creation and evolution of the universe. To be in harmony with the universe, one may need to ask for guidance and assistance from a higher power or source, whether it is God, Tao, Spirit, or something else. By admitting that one does not know everything or control everything, one may humble oneself and open oneself to receive wisdom and support from beyond. By trusting that there is a plan or order to the universe, even if it is not always clear or understandable, one may surrender oneself to the flow of life. These are some examples of how man can learn to be in harmony with the universe. However, there are not the only ways or the best ways. Each person may find their own way of being in harmony with the universe, depending on their personal preferences, how can needs, I find my true self and experiences? Hello, this is Bing. I see that you are interested in finding your true self and purpose. This is a very personal and meaningful quest that can enrich your life and happiness. Finding your true self and purpose is not something that happens overnight or by following a simple formula. It is a process that involves self discovery, self reflection, and self expression. It requires you to explore your values, interests, strengths, passions, and goals. It also requires you to overcome your fears, doubts, and limitations. It is a journey that is unique to you and may change over time. However, there are some steps that can help you along the way. Based on the web search results, here are some suggestions that may inspire you. Identify the things you care about. What are the issues or causes that matter to you? What are the problems or needs that you want to solve or fulfill? What are the values or principles that guide your actions? By answering these questions, you can find out what motivates you and what gives meaning to your life. Reflect on what matters most. What are the goals or dreams that you have for yourself? What are the roles or relationships that you cherish? What are the experiences or achievements that you're proud of? By answering these questions, you can find out what fulfills you and what makes you happy. Recognize your strengths and talents. What are the skills or abilities that you excel at? What are the hobbies or activities that you enjoy? What are the compliments or feedback that you receive from others? By answering these questions, you can find what empowers you and what makes you unique. Try volunteering. Volunteering is a great way to use your skills and talents to help others in need. It can also help you discover new interests and passions, meeting new people and mentors, and gain new perspectives and insights. By volunteering, you can find out how you can contribute to the greater good and make a positive difference in the world. Imagine your ideal life. Imagine yourself living a life that is aligned with your true self and purpose. How would it be? How would it look like? How would it feel? What would you be doing? Who would you be with? By imagining your ideal life, you can find out what inspires you and what drives you forward. These are some examples of how you can find your true self and purpose. However, they're not the only ways or best ways. You may
What are
find
some
other
examples of
methods or
personal growth
resources that
and
work better for
development?
you. The
Hello,
important thing is to
this is
be
Bing.
curious,
I see that you are
open-minded,
interested
and
in some
honest with
examples of
yourself.
personal growth and development. Personal growth and development are the process of improving oneself in various aspects of life, such as skills, knowledge, attributes, habits, and goals. Personal growth and development can help you achieve your potential, enhance your well being, and live a fulfilling and meaningful life. There are many examples of personal growth and development, depending on your personal preferences, needs, goals, and interests. Some of the common areas of personal growth and development are career. This involves developing your professional skills, knowledge, and competencies that can help you advance in your chosen field or industry. For example, you may want to improve your communication skills, leadership skills, or technical skills. You may also want to pursue further education or certification that can boost your qualifications and credentials. Health. This involves taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health and adopting a healthy lifestyle that can prevent or reduce the risk of diseases and disorders. For example, you may want to eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, sleep well, manage stress, or quit smoking. You may also want to seek professional help or therapy if you have any health issues or concerns. Relationship. This involves building and maintaining positive and supportive relationships with your family, friends, partner, colleagues, or others. For example, you may want to improve your social skills, empathy skills, or conflict resolution skills. You may also want to express your feelings and need more effectively, listen more actively, or show more appreciation and gratitude. Spirituality. This involves exploring and nurturing your connection with yourself, others, a higher power, or the universe. For example, you may want to practice meditation, prayer, yoga, or mindfulness. You may also want to learn more about different religions, philosophies, or cultures that can enrich your spiritual perspective and experience. Creativity. This involves expressing yourself through various forms of art, such as music, painting, writing, or photography. For example, you may want to learn a new instrument, join a painting class, write a poem, or take a photo. You may also want to share your creative work with others or join a community of like minded people. These are some examples of personal growth and
How can I
development that you
change
may
my
want to
eating
consider.
habits to be healthier?
However, there are many
Hello,
other
this
areas
is
and
Bing.
ways that
I'm
you can
glad you're
grow
interested in improving your
and
eating
develop
habits.
yourself
Eating habits
depending
can have
upon your
many
personal
benefits for your
preferences,
health and well
needs,
being,
goals,
such as
and
reducing
interests.
your risk of chronic diseases, boosting your energy, and enhancing your mood. There are many ways to change your eating habits to be healthier, but you don't have to do them all at once. In fact, it may be easier and more sustainable to start with small and gradual changes that you can stick to over time. Here are some tips that may help you. Slow down and pay attention to your hunger and fullness cues. Eating too fast or mindlessly can lead to overeating and weight gain. Try to eat slowly and savor every bite, and stop when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. You can also use a smaller plate or bowl to control your portion size. Choose whole grains over refined grains. Whole grains are richer in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals than refined grains. They also help lower your cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar levels. Examples of whole grains are oats, brown rice, quinoa, barley, and whole wheat bread or pasta. Add more fruit and vegetables to your diet. Fruit and vegetables are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber that can protect you from various diseases and improve your digestion. They can also add color, flavor, and texture to your meals and snacks. Aim for at least 5 servings of fruit and vegetables per day, preferable from a variety of colors. Eat more protein from plant sources or lean meats. Protein is essential for building and repairing your muscles, organs, and tissues. It can also help you feel full and satisfied for longer. However, not all protein sources are equal. Some animal products, such as red meat and processed meat, are high in saturated fat and cholesterol that can harm your your heart health. Try to limit these foods and choose more protein from plant sources such as beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, tofu, or tempeh. You can also eat lean meats such as chicken, turkey, or fish, but make sure they are not fried or breaded. Cut down on added sugar and salt. Added sugar and salt are often hidden in processed foods such as cookies, cakes, candy, soda, chips, sauces, and dressings. They can contribute to weight gains, diabetes, high blood pressure, and other health problems. Try to limit your intake of these foods and choose healthier alternatives such as fresh fruit, plain yogurt, water, or unsalted nuts. Drink more water and less alcohol or sugary drinks. Water is vital for your body's function and hydration. It can also help you control your appetite and flush out toxins. On the other hand, alcohol or sugary drinks can add extra calories, sugar, and alcohol to your diet, which can negatively affect your liver, brain, and waistline. Try to drink at least 8 glasses of water per day and limit your intake of alcohol or sugary drinks. These are some examples of how you can change your eating habits to be healthier. However, you may need to adjust them according to your personal preferences, needs, goals, and medical conditions. You may also want to consult with a nutritionist or a doctor before making any major changes to your diet. The process of improving oneself in various aspects of life, such as skills, knowledge, attributes, habits, and goals. Personal growth and development can help you achieve your potential, enhance your well being, and live a fulfilling and meaningful life. There are many examples of personal growth and development, depending on your personal preferences, needs, goals, and interests. Some of the common areas of personal growth and development are career. This involves developing your professional skills, knowledge, and competencies that can help you advance in your chosen field or industry. For example, you may want to improve your communication skills, leadership skills, or technical skills. You may also want to pursue further education or certification that can boost your qualifications and credentials. Health. This involves taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health and adopting a healthy lifestyle that can prevent or reduce the risk of diseases and disorders. For example,
You may want to eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, sleep well, manage stress, or quit smoking. You may also want to seek professional help or therapy if you have any health issues or concerns. Relationship. This involves building and maintaining positive and supportive relationships with your family, friends, partner, colleagues, or others. For example, you may want to improve your social skills, empathy skills, or conflict resolution skills. You may also want to express your feelings and need more effectively, listen more actively, or show more appreciation and gratitude. Spirituality. This involves exploring and nurturing your connection with yourself, others, a higher power, or the universe. For example, you may want to practice meditation, prayer, yoga, or mindfulness. You may also want to learn more about different religions, philosophies, or cultures that can enrich your spiritual perspective and experience. Creativity. This involves expressing yourself through various forms of art, such as music, painting, writing, or photography. For example, you may want to learn a new instrument, join a painting class, write a poem, or take a photo. You may also want to share your creative work with others or join a community of like-minded people.
Personal growth goals?
These are some examples
Hello,
of personal
this is
growth
Bing.
and development
I'm
that
glad
you
you're
may want
interested
to
in setting
consider.
personal growth
However,
goals.
there are many
Personal
other
growth
areas and
goals
ways
are
that
goals
you
that
can
can
help you
grow
improve
yourself
and
in
develop
various
yourself,
aspects of life,
depending
such
upon
as
your
skills,
personal
knowledge,
preferences,
attitudes,
needs,
habits,
goals,
and goals.
and interests. Personal growth goals can help you achieve your potential, enhancing your well-being, and live a fulfilling and meaningful life. There are many ways to set personal growth goals, but you don't have to do them all at once. In fact, it may be easier and more sustainable to start with small and gradually change that you can practice regularly. Here's some tips that may help you. Identify your passions. Start by identifying important things you're passionate or care about and determine what you want your life to be like in the future. Visualizing your ideal life can help you figure out what's realistic for you to achieve. You can develop a plan that you can keep you right on the track. Use the SMART goal method. When setting goals for yourself, you may choose to follow the SMART goal method, where you can apply specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives to help you reach your goal. This can make it easier for you to evaluate your progress, celebrate your accomplishments, and stay motivated throughout your journey while moving in the right direction. Track your progress. Designate time to see how far you've come since you began pursuing your goals. For example, you may decide to check your progress once a month to see if you've been consistent. Holding yourself accountable can help you identify strategies that work best for you. Seek feedback and support. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback or support from others who can help you to achieve your goal. For example, you might seek advice from a mentor, a coach, or a friend for similar goals or interests. You can also join a community or group of like-minded people who can inspire and encourage in you. Celebrate your achievements. Don't forget to reward
Many
yourself for
people
reaching
think
your
that living
milestones
a
or
spiritual life,
completing your tasks.
it must be
For
boring.
example, you may
You
treat
just sit
yourself to
around and
something
meditate.
you enjoy,
What
such
a
as a
boring
movie,
thing
a
to do.
book, or a meal.
Yet,
You
a
can
spiritual
also
life is
share your
exquisite.
achievements with others who can
I've been
appreciate
all
and
around the world.
congratulate you.
I've surfed waves as high as a two-story building. I hitchhiked from France to India with my surfboard. I hitchhiked from Kenya to South America, South Africa. been to South America and the Galapagos Islands. You see, a spiritual life is practical. It is a life that truly is meant to bring you secrets of the universe while you are alive. Before you came to Earth, you are the universe. When you die, you become the universe. Wouldn't you like to know that you aren't alone when you are alive? Wouldn't you like to know that there's a family out there? The kingdom inside is your true home. It will transform your character. It will over time make you kind, patient, and full of tolerance, love, and compassion. This is your true nature. You will transform from darkness into light. It takes work, but what rewards come your way? You can be in the center of the hurricane. The whirlwind of the mind may be there, but calmness resides inside. Over time, a spiritual person loves each and every moment. You love going to work. You put your heart and soul into your actions. Nobody knows your beliefs. You just blend in. You have nothing to prove. You are stable in your emotions. A person learns to stop, look, and listen instead of reacting automatically. The universe slowly begins to train you in its ways. The universe is kind. The universe is love. The universe is patient. The universe is compassion. The universe is alive. A human being has the opportunity to become these traits. All the great masters have said, the kingdom of heaven lies within. Remember, you are eternal. You were never born, and you will never die. The game of life is to discover your true nature while you are alive. We search for God outside our entire life. He has been hidden inside the entire time. The most obvious place a person should look, a person looks outside for the answer. Isn't that fascinating? Maybe the whole universe is a game. It was created so we would find God within ourselves. What an elaborate setup it is. The entire universe is a stage, and we are actors on the stage. We come down to earth to discover our true nature. So for many, we are oblivious to this. We leave our lives. Now, I'm not trying to convert you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling my side of the story. The truth needs no convincing. When you die, you will see that God doesn't judge. This life is a learning experience. Imagine a raindrop with this journey of returning to the ocean. In the same manner, we are traveling back to the ocean of life. Enjoy this journey. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your family and friends. Greetings. Call them on the phone. Welcome to another Find new out day. what truly has Today is meaning in another your day life. of our journey in life. Most of all, you are
What a
never
golden
alone.
opportunity we
The
have.
universe is watching
We are
over
alive.
you. We are walking around this wonderful earth. The universe is watching over us. We are not alone. We may think we are, but that is never the case. These are exciting times on this planet. So many people are waking up from their slumber. The faster people wake up, the faster this world will change. In order to change this world, we must change ourselves. There is no other way. I can't change you, and you can't change me. That's the truth. Ultimately, we are on this planet for our own evolution. As a raindrop returns to the ocean, we return to our true nature. Yes, this takes time. Fortunately, today we have so many different factors on our side. We have reached a turning point where the light is shining so bright. Darkness is going away, but not without a fight. It knows it's a losing battle. Did you know that kindness is more powerful than anger? It's so easy to get angry. Look at Facebook today. Everyone is angry about the political situation. Both sides are yelling at each other. Does this ever solve the problem? Nope. It will never be solved through anger. Yet, if a person uses kindness, it might diffuse the situation. At least the anger won't be redirected to you because you are mature enough not to accept the gift of anger from someone else. Anger can only be received if you accept the anger from someone else. You don't have to buy into their anger. You can listen with compassion. The other person is hurt inside and only knows to express with anger. You have the power to diffuse the situation. This is how the world would change. When you act like a mature human being and let go of your negative emotions, you can truly help this world just by your being. You have nothing to prove. You aren't trying to convince anybody. You are what you are. The sun in the sky just keeps on shining. That's true nature. The sun is always there. There may be clouds covering the sky, but the sun is always shining. This is a day-by-day, moment-by-moment journey. Each and every day, we can change ourselves for the good. It's like a musician practicing his craft. He loves to get better. He loves to practice. We can all practice our craft, becoming a better human being in each and every moment. We might not have a concert hall to play in, yet we have the universe smiling upon us. We are doing our part to make the universe grow. We have no idea of how our actions affect the universe. Our actions ripple like waves all across the universe. All of us have a divine part to play in the universe. If we truly knew who we are the universe. Unfortunately, we don't realize it. We are all family. We are not separated. There is a thread of love tying us all together. This is the journey we are on. No judgment is made if you don't want to hear about this.
Greetings.
All of us are welcome back to the Creator when we die.
Did you know
God
the
does not
universe is
judge.
alive?
You judge
Did you
yourself.
know
God
the universe
does not
is aware
judge.
and conscious?
There's a spiritual evolution
know
going on.
Your true nature
Ultimately,
is the
we go
universe.
back to the source.
You were never born and will never die. Your body will. Yet your true essence is, was, and will always be. You are timeless. What happened? Why are we in this state? This is the game of life. The entire universe was created for this incredible game. If you thought hide and seek was fun, how about God playing hide and seek with us? We helped create this universe. It took billions of years to create the stage. Here we are now in this human body. A part of us is on the other side watching the show. The goal of this hide and seek is to discover your true nature. Many hints have been given throughout time. Many great masters have come and gone. They all have the same message. The kingdom of heaven lies within. The entire universe exists inside of you. Plant the seed of meditation in your heart and watch it grow. Water it daily. Pull out the weeds. Change your way of thinking. Get rid of your negative emotions. The universe is not angry. The universe does not mock each other and call each other's names. The universe is not divided. The universe does not fight with each other. The universe is kind. The universe is full of love. The universe is united. The universe is patient. The universe is full of compassion. The universe is God. We need those traits today. This is a practical journey. This is how we change the world. Each one of us is the piece of the puzzle. Play your part in this incredible game of life. We are not here to convince you. The universe does not need convincing. We are not here to convert you. The universe doesn't convert. It just is. We are here to simply remind you of your true nature. Imagine you are a bird in a cage. The cage door is opened. We are telling you that you can fly. That is your true nature. Because of our conditioning, we think we belong in the cage. We feel comfortable being there. We have lost our true nature. Birds are meant to fly. Man is hardcover to discover his true nature. Imagine we have a car in the garage and it never even leaves the driveway. A car is meant to be driven. A wise person learns how to open the garage door, turn the car on, and back out of the driveway and take the car for a spin. That's a practical use of driving the car. In the same way, we need to open the garage door, back out the car, and take it for a spin. This journey is practical, not mumbo-jumbo theory. The laboratory of God exists inside of you. You perform all the experiments inside of you. Nobody can do it for you. Can it change my life? Well, first tell me what life is. This process will help you to discover life itself and its mysteries. It's a challenging path. Everyone has seen the challenges in their own personal life. Life has challenges. That's how we grow. No, this isn't an easy path, but your path is not easy either. One thing I can say is that over time, you
Jimi
realize
Hendrix
you
was
are
a
never
rock
alone.
singer for his age.
There's signposts of
He had an
God
album
everywhere.
which contained
You
this
begin to
phrase.
realize
And
that
unfortunately,
even
he
before you
died
have a
when he
thought,
was young.
the
But
universe
it's
knows what it
interesting.
is.
Are you
All your prayers
experienced?
and concerns are
Life has
known
many
before you
experiences
say
to
them.
offer.
God
Some are
is always
good
watching over
and some
you.
are bad.
The tools
Everything has a
lie inside
purpose
of your
and
heart.
meaning. Yet, what
Open
is
up
the
the garage
ultimate
door
experience of
and
this
take the
life?
car
Is it
for a
climbing
spin.
Mount Everest? How about riding a 50-foot wave? Is it snowboarding or skiing down a huge mountain? How about being a CEO of a Fortune 500 company? Maybe it's being the president of our country. How about winning the Super Bowl? For many, it's winning the lottery. Are you experienced? They're all outside experiences. They come and go. They are finite. Yet what experience can last forever? This is the experience we're looking for. Saints throughout the ages have said it exists inside of you and me. The wise man understands that all external experiences are finite. The only true experience is keeping you alive. Are you experienced? Behold the palace in the sky. My Father lies inside. The most beautiful light lies in the palace. Every step you take, you are drenched in His love. True intoxication takes place. Words can never describe. This experience is yours for the asking. You will never be denied. Listen to the rhythm of the universe. The waterfall of life flows inside. When your eye is single, the mystery shall begin. You will go on an incredible ride. Surf the waves of love and compassion. Share it with all you meet. Your life will be truly become wonderful. Behold the palace in the sky. Imagine if you had a map of the world before Columbus. How could you go from San Francisco to New York? The map you have is obsolete. With the old map, it would be very hard to get to your destination. We need to get the current map of life. We're looking at the old one. Our perspective of where we're going has changed. The map you have will never take you back home. Everyone is looking for the diamond. We look near and far. We think, if only I had that, I would be happy. Yet, are we looking in the right place? People put their most valuable treasures in a safe. Hopefully, they remember the right combination. Without the right combination, the safe is there, your treasure is there, but you can't open it. There is a diamond hidden in a safe inside. Without the combination, you would never know it's there. This diamond is the key to life. Unfortunately, man does not know where it is hidden. We search everywhere but within ourselves. Only you know the right combination. Only you can find the diamond inside. Most people pray to God and beg for an answer. We think that God can't talk, as if he is mute. Yet if God is everywhere and lies inside of us, don't you think he can respond? Maybe we just need to listen. Religion has taught us to pray, but has it taught you how to listen to God? Do we just have a one-way communication to God? Surely Christ had a two-way communication. We most certainly do. Maybe if we all listened, our world would change. Your greatest enemy or adversary is not outside your life. This adversary lies within. This adversary does not allow you to see the truth for what it is. It allows you to see with tainted eyes. Imagine that the world is divine, but what we see and what it is are completely different. Because we fight with ourselves, we cannot see perfection. We are in constant struggle with ourselves, yet we blame the world and others for our struggle. What would happen if we saw that we first must accept ourselves? We must accept our imperfection. By doing so, and not putting blame on others, we accept responsibility. Once we accept responsibility for our own actions, we can truly succeed with life. We realize that our enemy is our friend. The only way a human can grow is by taking responsibility for his life. Life allows us to grow. Events come to us so we can grow. What you perceive outside is a reflection of your inside. The wise man embraces the enemy and is set free. Does God have a face? Is there a God sitting in heaven on a throne? Did God create the universe in 7 days? How long is a day? 7 billion years. Do angels have wings? Is there a heaven and hell? There's a heaven and hell. It's your state of mind. God does not punish you. You punish yourself on earth. God will embrace you when you die. It doesn't matter if you're a saint or a sinner. God does not judge you. He accepts you as you are. God is hidden inside of you. Only you can open up the door. The true journey of life begins with a simple step. Now, I'm not a scientist, yet I'm curious about energy. There is a theory that energy can entangle with another energy millions of light years away. It means that there can be a communication between one another. Does this mean the universe talks and listens? How fascinating. The whole universe is entangled with God. How about us? Are we entangled with God and the universe? The answer is yes. Does that blow you away? Or I don't have a reaction one way or another. It's just theory. From time memorial, the wise men have said in their own words, you are entangled with God. The kingdom of heaven is within. Only you can solve this puzzle. All the great masters have said the same thing. Have your feet on the ground, but have your head in heaven. You are the sun, moon, and stars. In this state, you would not have a care in the world. Anger would be a million miles away. You would know that we are all one. You wouldn't just think it, but in your daily actions, you would experience it. Peace would be on this planet. You would be walking with your Creator. Christ was a great master who lived in this state. He showed man that you have God inside of you. The kingdom of heaven is within. Only you can answer this riddle. How is it that we come from God and we are born into this world? We forget where we come from. A baby is in that state of joy. A baby is not separated. How could it when an angel is holding it? As we grow older, day by day, we forget. Our hormones kick in, and by that time, God is foreign to us. The evidence of God is everywhere. Wherever you look, God is smiling at us. He does not judge us. All the great books have said, discover God within you. Day by day, dive within your soul and discover the diamond within. It is within reach. Many people think a spiritual life is boring. They think they miss out on life. In fact, a person who is spiritual is on the journey of life. Boredom never comes to mind. Life is exciting and a grand adventure. Slaying the demons of the mind is not easy. Learning to meditate and seeing the monkey mind is not a walk in the park. How about learning to control your anger? I would not consider that to be a boring affair, fighting between darkness and light. This is no easy battle. God is there to coach you, but you must fight the battle. Oh, I would say that the spiritual life is not boring. Only you can solve this puzzle. When I worked for the observatory in Maui, we had to recalibrate many instruments in order for them to work properly. Does man get recalibrated and isn't aware of it? Is this a new recalibration of man? Is the entire universe watching in suspense? Will there be peace on earth? Is the earth recalibrating for man, discovering his true nature? The journey of life is going on. The rules have changed. The old energy of war is going away. People are fed up. Watch the recalibration of man. We will bring peace to this planet. Man finished the Genome Project around 15 years ago. What was their findings? 98% is junk DNA, while 3% is known. Cryon, a great being, says that God does not create junk. You just don't have the tools to understand what you are seeing. The so-called junk DNA is quantum. Inside of you, of your DNA, lies God. Inside of your DNA lies your higher self. Your engine of life is running at 30%. The great masters had their engines roaring at 100%. They were no different than you. Maybe it's about time to realize the God within. Your gas tank is near empty. Maybe it's about time to fill it up. You are running on fumes. From time immemorial, the masters have said, discover the truth that lies within. Discover your inner scientist. You were created to discover the mysteries of life. You were meant to have a direct experience of God. You are not alone. You are the sun, moon, and stars. All of the tools exist inside of your heart. Sit still and listen. That's all it takes. I know that sounds so simple. It is so simple, you say, it can't be that easy. Before you even start, you give up. The masters have said, solve this riddle. The signs of God are everywhere. From the time you get up till the time you go to bed, the signs of God are everywhere. It's funny, we think we are alone. We say things to ourselves thinking no one is watching us, yet there is someone who is there 24 hours a day. God never judges us. He is hidden within every person you talk to, every action you take. The signs of God are everywhere. From the birth of a child to the death of a loved one, the signs of God are everywhere. Know that life is precious. The signs of God are everywhere. We are wired for God. We are the only creature on earth that are wired for self-discovery. There is a master electrician who wired our body in his image. You contain the blueprints of life. Does this excite you? I hope it does. You are not alone. You are built to drive your car of life. The car wasn't meant to sit in your garage for your entire life. There's a vast highway of the universe that is waiting to be discovered. Are there new rules to discover God? You don't need a guru or a teacher. God lives in your heart. Rule number 1, with your intent, open up your door within. God has been waiting for you. His hands have always been stretched out to you. Rule number 2, day by day, focus on your friend. God and your higher self is one and the same. You are never alone. You are not a sinner. You are the universe. The choice is up to you. You can take it or leave it. No judgment will be made. The Dalai Lama once said the following: "My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness." I fell in love with this statement. The universe is kind. We would have peace on earth if man would be kind with one another. Why does man have to be so macho? It's so easy to get angry. Kindness is a true power. It's very difficult to master kindness. I once heard the Dalai Lama says that at the end of the day, he looks at all the interactions he has. He tries to learn from any mistakes that have occurred. He is consciously weeding his garden. Maybe we should do the same. Pull the weeds of anger and toss them away. God won't pull them for you.